What's up guys, and welcome back to Follow Me, I'm a Foodie India. Today we are eating some of the most iconic dosas in Mumbai at Anand Dosa and Vada Pav stall.
Then we're headed to Mohammed Ali Road for some of the most famous non-veg in the world.
And we're ending with an epic sugar overdose at Girgaon Chowpatty. Let's get this insane Mumbai street food tour started. They started our first dosa by spreading the batter extremely thin so it'll be nice and crunchy. Then he added tomatoes, jalapenos, 2 really spicy sauces, butter, masala, and sugar, before mixing it up and smashing everything into a fine paste. After spreading the paste evenly, he cut the dosa into triangles and covered it with cheese and coriander. After a minute to melt the cheese, he folded it into gooey pockets of goodness and plated our pizza dosa. So we're starting with the legendary pizza dosa, and there's some coconut chutney here. If you know anything about us, you know we love some coconut chutney.
And pizza.
And pizza. But this dosa looks crispy, it's got cheese, it is just loaded up.
This dosa, I wouldn't say it looks so good, but it tastes so good. This is our first dosa in India.
Wow.
It's spicy, it's delicious.
The coconut is phenomenal. It does taste like pizza. It's got a very pizza flavor, but it's a little different because it's on the dosa. The dosa is crunchy, but it's still like soft and delicious at the same time. It's a very strange texture.
The sauce is a little bit sweet, but the aftertaste is definitely spicy. Man, this chutney, I love this chutney. It's a lot thicker than a lot of coconut chutneys, which y'all know we love.
It is absolutely phenomenal. The sauce, whatever they put on there, it's got a little bit of heat to it, but the cheese softens it up and makes it a little bit creamy. I mean, like this is for sure the best dosa I've ever had, and it's the first dosa we're having in India, so that makes perfect sense. But man, what do you like best, the dosa or the chutney? Because it is close for me.
That spicy little kick of the dosa is my favorite part. It's so good.
Oh my gosh.
And then the crunch from the fresh vegetables, I really like that too.
What surprises me about this is how much it legitimately tastes like pizza. I mean, obviously it's got dosa, so it's much thinner, but it has an overall pizza flavor, and it is absolutely phenomenal.
I think it's better than pizza, for sure.
It's really good. Pizza. We need to have some coconut chutney at home to dip our pizza in from now on, because this definitely makes it better.
The second dosa looks pretty similar to the first one. It started with the same veggies, but it changed quickly as they added several sauces that weren't on the pizza dosa. We also noticed the veggies in this one were quite a bit thicker. They finished by topping it with cheese and green onions, and then they rolled it after they cut it.
So we just had the pizza dosa, and that is gonna be really hard to beat, but they actually told us that the Ginny dosa is even more famous and even better.
I don't know if I believe them that it's better, but let's try it.
I know one thing I'm excited about is there is more of this beautiful coconut chutney.
This one definitely has a lot more filling.
Wow, so this one is sweeter. It definitely tastes a little fresher too. Like there's more veggies in this. I taste the tomato and the onion and the bell peppers more than I did on the pizza dosa.
For sure.
The cheese is still really good.
The cheese is amazing. Every time they put cheese on, I'm like, oh my God, is that too much? And then you taste it, it's so perfect.
I love the freshness of this one.
This one definitely tastes like there's meat inside, like it's a hearty bite.
It does have more of a hearty feel to it. These are the 2 best dosas I've ever had. I've never had anything like this before. This one got a little bit more crunch on it too.
It does.
But the texture of those crunchy, I think it's onions that I'm getting. The texture of the crunchy onion is just so exciting and so delicious. All right, which of the 2 is your favorite?
I for sure like the pizza dosa better because it's more spicy. And it's not as packed with ingredients. So I really get to taste the crunchiness of the dosa.
You like the fact that you got more dosa in the other one?
More dosa, more spicy.
So I actually like this one better. I do wish it was spicier because that spice was delicious. But I like the filling in this one. I think the dosa is the perfect vessel to just shovel it into my mouth. But I love the crunchiness and the filling of this one. It is just absolutely phenomenal.
This is so good. If you guys have not been here before, come and get it. You will not be disappointed.
After those amazing dosas, we took a quick nap, changed out of those sweaty clothes, jumped in a rickshaw, and headed to Muhammed Ali Road for some of the best non-veg Mumbai has to offer.
We're stoked about this. The food looks amazing. It smells so good. There's so many sights and sounds. We're ready just to soak it all in and eat it all up. Let's go.
We were immediately drawn in by the bright green color of the Haryali chicken. We thought it was going into the tandoor, but were surprised to see it dropped in hot oil. After a short wait, our very crispy chicken was plated and getting showered with seasoning. Now it's time to eat.
So our guide fell through tonight. We just got dropped off around Muhammad Ali Street and just kind of followed our nose and we found Haryali chicken. It smells so good. I didn't know they fried it. It looks amazing. I'm gonna try it. It might be too hot to eat, but let's try it. It's very fresh. It's so tender. This is like creamy.
This is the craziest Haryali chicken I've ever seen. It is so hot, but I am so ready to try this. Wow. Man, this is so good.
The chicken melts in your mouth like butter. It's so delicious. A little bit of spice. They put some kind of seasoning on the outside that really kicks it up. This is so good. Oh my gosh.
The perfect amount of spice. When they drop this in the fryer, if all that green stuff on the outside got crunchy and delicious, man. I've been saying this a lot lately. This is the best I've ever had. This is incredible fried chicken right here.
I thought I liked Haryali chicken, but I love Haryali chicken. This is the best I've ever had.
So now we're having a mutton roll. So they took this amazing bread, they threw some egg down, a little bit of mutton, a little bit of onions. I'm gonna spray it with just a little bit of lime here because that is my favorite thing to do. I have never had this before, but you can clearly see the scrambled egg inside of there and the mutton. It looks really, really good. Yum. Wow. The mutton is amazing.
I'm gonna grab the end here. This nice, crunchy, fried little bit looks really good. That was so good. As soon as I got it close to my mouth, I had to just put the whole thing in because it was amazing. Man, the quality of that mutton. I've had a lot of mutton in the US. Does not always taste amazing, but this is wow.
It's got just a tiny bit of spice. It's very crunchy. And then you've got the softness and kind of the creaminess of that egg.
It's like a perfect, fluffy, crunchy bread. I got a little bit of basil in there. This is amazing.
So now we're trying some mutton pow. I've never seen this before. They take little balls of mutton and they fry it, and then it gets green chili and a nice soft bun. Oh yeah. Really good.
I'm really excited to eat this. It's really hot still. Oh, good. I like how soft it is on the inside, even though it's super crunchy on the outside. The inside is so good.
So it's extra crunchy. Like it takes a minute to chew through it. But then when you get to that mutton, it's nice and soft, and this chili is absolute fire.
There's some kind of garlic in there. There's lots of seeds. You can see so much seasoning, and it's spicy. It's kicking in, but it's really good. I know Muhammad Ali Street is very known for the meat, but we can't pass on jalebi. Hot jalebi has literally been on our bucket list from the day we first tried it. This looks very different. It's really bright orange in the US. Let's see what it tastes like. That was amazing.
So I can't get over how much thicker this is, and it's also very, very sticky. It's really unique. It looks totally different. Oh my gosh. Wow.
It just kind of like exploded in my mouth, but it's still really like buoyant. It's really, really good. I enjoy this so much. It definitely is better than what we've had before.
This was on our bucket list. That's what she said, right? This absolutely met and exceeded the expectations. So good. So the jalebi was incredible. It totally blew away what we've had in the past. Now it's gulab jamun, and I cannot wait to see how it does. Oh my gosh. It's warm. It's syrupy. Man, the texture is just so good. It's crispy on the outside, falling apart, melting in your mouth on the inside.
I'm so excited about this one. I'm just gonna do it all in one go. I think I like this one better. I honestly can't decide.
I absolutely love this. I wish that they could do it like this in the US. That's the only thing. Like, I love what we've been able to try, but now that I've had this, I don't know if I can go back.
It's not as sweet as the jalebi, but this gulab jamun, it's so good. Man, that syrup or honey, rose water, whatever it is, it's crazy good. I love this.
After a wild night of eating, there is nothing better than a faluda. If you can't tell yet, we are absolutely obsessed with these things. This one is really crazy. It's pistachio, it's rose, there's almonds, there's ice cream. I can't wait to try it. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, that's good. That is sweet, but not overpowering. It smells like a garden, probably from that rose.
I'm surprised at how much you actually taste the rose there. It's got a really unique flavor, almost a tiny bit like bubblegum. It's not what I expected it to taste like, but it's super, super good. You can try a little bit with ice cream now.
The pistachio you can barely taste. It's not like a crazy overpowering flavor. These all meld so perfectly together. The ice cream is the creamiest thing on earth.
In the US we have milkshakes, but I don't understand why we don't have this. This is one of the best desserts out there. Oh, these are my absolute favorite. So today we are eating Indian desserts here on the beach and they look insane. This is gonna be a fun one. Let's go eat. So we're starting with a mixed ice gula. It reminds me so much of a snow cone. I can't wait to taste it though. The way they've compacted this down, it all stays together. So it's like a popsicle and a snow cone mixed together. Oh my gosh. Wow. So that's sweet, it's sour. That ice comes off just a little bit. It's just little chips. It's super, super refreshing.
After watching all the flavors they put on here, I'm really excited about this one. I wasn't sure if you'd be able to taste the flavors individually, but I just got a bite of like tangerine or something. This is delicious.
There's so many different flavors here, and then they put this kind of sour salt. This thing is really good. I didn't have much hope for this. I just thought, let's get it because everybody else is eating it. But man, this is really good.
I love that it's like hard icicle, but when you take a bite, it just melts like immediately. But also the flavor doesn't disappear because there's so much of it right here. That's really good. I wasn't sure about it whenever they put the salt in there because I don't love that, but you can't really taste it. It just kind of adds like a little bit of a sour element. This is crazy good. I really enjoy it.
Okay, what's next?
I don't know, I feel like a kid in a candy shop here. Honestly, I want everything, but I've been really wanting to try kulfi ever since we got to India, and I see it at every stall, so I really want to try that. This is something I've been wanting to try for a long time. Every stall that we've passed has some kind of kulfi, but this is a mixed kulfi. Wow, this is like melon and mango. So strawberry, this is delicious.
I'm a huge pistachio fan, so I'm gonna start with pistachio. Although at this point it's melted a little, so it's all kind of run together, but whoa. The only kulfi I've ever had before was really grainy. It was store-bought in the US and it wasn't very good. This is absolutely amazing.
I love the texture because yes, it's ice, but by the time it hits your tongue, it just melts. It's so good. I'm literally drooling while I'm eating it.
Oh no, look at the bite I got. I think I'm just gonna have to go for it. That is heaven.
It all tastes like homemade ice cream. It's not like that store-bought stuff that just tastes kind of like creamy milk. This is really, really good. This is like a chocolate lover's dream right here. That's really good.
But it's also the craziest thing I've seen out here all night. This has like chocolate ice cream, waffle, Oreo sticks. Wow, those are good. And it's in like a waffle cone thing at the bottom. So absolutely wild. And then covered in hot fudge. Wow. That is crazy, crazy rich.
This black forest cake on the bottom with ice cream melted into it just makes it such a great texture. And then all of the crunchy chocolate and wafer. It's so good.
The cake itself is so good. It's got this amazing kind of chocolate chip to it. And then it's got chocolate chips on top and then amazing ice cream. This is really good. I'm gonna try it one more time with a little bit of texture. It's so good.
It's so interesting because there's a new texture with every bite, and it makes it a lot of fun. That's exactly how dessert should be. Lots of fun, lots of sweets. Probably too much sweets, but we're loving it.
I don't think this is traditional, but this is good. When we told you guys we were coming here, you told us over and over and over that we had to get the special Punjabi Rabdi Kulfi. And we are about to have it. This is really exciting. Let's go get it. So I have been waiting for this since we planned our trip. This is probably the most famous dessert here. And how could you possibly go wrong with kulfi and rabdi and all of these crazy noodles and flavors? There's green sauce, there's red sauce. This looks absolutely insane. Oh my God. I understand why there's so much hype about this. It absolutely deserves it. If I didn't love you, I would run right now because this is good enough to be selfish about.
I'm so ready to eat this. When Chad started talking about how amazing it was, I was a little jealous that he started with it, but he did save me some because he loves me. Those are a lot of bold flavors at the same time. This is so good. The kulfi seems to be like thicker than the others that we've had. It doesn't melt as quickly, but I love all of the textures. This is amazing.
Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications.